Hey, welcome back everyone. I am Matt Larson, and as I said yesterday, Obama was going to be holding a press conference today. Well, he did, and he actually signed the executive orders into law. Now, also, what I didn't know is that he was going to be signing 23 into law. He actually sat down with the children surrounding him and signed these executive orders. Now, here are the 23 executive orders, because I want to read them for you first. Number 1. Issue a presidential memorandum to require federal agencies to make relevant data available to the federal background check system. Address unnecessary legal barriers, particularly relating to the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, that may prevent states from making the information available to the background check system. Improve incentives for states to share information with the background check system. Direct the Attorney General to review categories of individuals prohibited from having a gun to make sure dangerous people are not slipping through the cracks. Propose rulemaking to give law enforcement the ability to run a full background check on an individual before returning a seized gun. Publish a letter from the ATF to federally licensed gun dealers providing guidance on how to run background checks for private sellers. Launch a national safe and responsible gun ownership program. Review safety standards for gun locks and gun safes. Issues a presidential memorandum to require federal law enforcement to trace guns recovered in criminal investigations. Release a Department of Justice report analyzing information on lost and stolen guns and make it widely available to law enforcement. Nominate an ATF director. Provide law enforcement, first responders, and school officials with proper training for active shooter situations. Maximize enforcement efforts to prevent gun violence and prosecute gun crime. Issue a presidential memorandum directing the Centers for Disease Control to research the causes and prevention of gun violence. Direct the Attorney General to issue a report on the availability and most effective use of new gun safety technologies and challenge the private sector to develop innovative technologies. Clarify that the Affordable Care Act does not prohibit doctors asking their patients about guns in their homes. Release a letter to the healthcare providers clarifying that no federal law prohibits them from reporting threats of violence to law enforcement authorities. Provide incentives for schools to hire school resource officers. Develop model emergency response plans for schools, houses of worship, and institutions of higher education. Release a letter to state health officials clarifying the scope of mental health services that Medicaid plans must cover. Finalize regulations clarifying essential health benefits and parity requirements within the ACA exchanges. Commit to finalizing mental health parity regulations. And finally, launch a national dialogue led by Secretaries Sebelius and Duncan on mental health. So, what that all means, basically, and what I got of all of that was definitely, this is all about registration and knowing who has guns. That's what I think. Now, did you hear him talk about the magazine size or the type of firearm yet? No. I think that right now they're trying to slowly boil the water while the frog's still in the pot. But I believe the frog is aware that they're turning up the heat. The American people are the frog. It's not a good situation, and I think what's going to be next is the president is going to push Congress and the Senate to put some type of bill in place where you ban assault rifles, magazines larger than 7, and that's just the beginning. So let me know, what do you guys think? For those of you that watched Obama make this address and press conference, what did you think of it all? And what do you think of his 23 executive orders that he signed into effect today? Leave your answer in a text or video response down below. If you're new to my videos, I ask that you guys please click that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the current political news. As always, I'm Matt Larson. Go Ron Paul. Peace.